Okay, so in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to easily edit your pictures in Lightroom. And this is going to save you tons of time in post. And as you know, time is money. So the more time you can save, the more money you can make, the more productive you can be. So that's the name of the game. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take about 3 or 4 pictures that I shot on my Sony a7 III, and this works out obviously on any camera you take pictures with. And of course, whenever you shoot pictures, I suggest you shoot them in RAW because it lets you do so much more in Lightroom and it lets your pictures turn out so much better. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get on with the video and start editing some of these pictures and showing you my kind of secret tip. I don't know if it's really a secret, but a lot of you might not know this is even possible. So here we go. So what you want to do is you want to actually add pictures, and I've already added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures into the Lightroom app on my computer, and I'll be doing a separate video on how to do this on your phone because you can edit raw pictures on your iPhone and Android. So anyway, let's get back to I'm using a PC. This obviously works with a Mac as well. So what you're going to do is picture number 1. We were in Tennessee, and this is of a cabin, an old abandoned log cabin. So what we're going to do, obviously everything is set to 0 right now because we shot in RAW. So essentially when you shoot in RAW, it lets you mess with the exposure, the contrast, the highlights, the shadows. Everything is adjustable. It's like if you shoot just a regular JPEG, you can't change any of that post-production. So when you shoot in RAW, it's a much larger file. I believe this file is like 45 megabytes, which is huge. But you know, so first thing you want to do is you want to possibly crop the photo. Does this need any cropping? I don't think so. If you wanted to crop it, you go click here, and you go with the rules of thirds. So you got your screen split into 1, 2, 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3 boxes. So you kind of want your subject or what you want to focus on intersecting in one of these quadrants right here. So right now the cabin is obviously in all 4 quadrants, so I think it's pretty good. Doesn't need any cropping. So what we're going to do is the easiest way, you can obviously mess with your exposure this way or your contrast this way, but that is something that it's going to take a while. Then you got to mess with the color. But what I did, I actually purchased a preset pack from Tim's Photos. I'll have the link in the description. Now this is, I believe I paid $20 for. Well worth the money. And it gives you all of these different scenarios. So let's say this was a kind of a sunny day that we were shooting, and as you can see, you can't really see the blue of the sky because when I shot it a little bit overexposed. So we want to find the sunny day folder on here, which is right here, sunny day, and we give the drop down menu. It gives you all these other options. So I like let's say we just hover over this. See, it changes the picture completely. That is, and if you go over here, we change all that. So I think golden hour, regular golden hour, light over fields, it does a great job. So original, golden hour. So you click on that. Now from here, this does most of the heavy lifting for you. So now we can actually fine tune even more. So if you think the picture is if it's underexposed, you can raise the exposure. I'm going to actually drop it a little bit because I told you I shot a little overexposed. Now look at how it's coming out. And this is just 0.52. Boom. So there is, I think that's a pretty good finished product. I like to actually add a little bit of vignetting in my photos. So right there. Now that is a perfect picture. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the Biltmore. This was shot. You kind of want to shoot your pictures as close to what you want as possible. So when you're in post, it makes it that much better for the coloring and the editing. But right now we're going to do the same thing. This is another sunny day. So we're going to just see how the golden hour looks. Hover over it. I mean, look at that. Like, boom, boom. Like, I don't know if that needs anything else. So we're just going to click on that. We'll mess with the exposure a little bit. Maybe it's a little overexposed. Yeah, we'll drop it about 0.34. That's all it needs. Like, that's a perfect picture. We're going to see, do we need to crop it at all? Maybe we can crop it in a little bit here. Just a little bit to bring that. And then we're just going to hit enter. So that picture is done. We're going to go to the Klingman's Dome again. It's a sunny day. I know I should have had some cloudy days, but we're gonna go to golden hour again. Boom. Look at that. Just look at how the details in the trees that come out. Like, that's a perfect picture. This is throwing my daughter in the air a little too high. We're gonna click golden hour. I'm not a fan of that. So let's see if we have any other presets in here that no, and you can just literally hover over them. We're just gonna go with that, and then let's try to crop it a little bit. Crop. We want her in the. Enter. Little contrast. That's more contrast, and boom, that's pretty good. Then we've got this picture. Obviously, it looks a little overexposed. So first thing we're gonna do we need to crop it? I don't think we do. It's actually pretty good, right? Like it is. So then we're going to go into the presets, and we're going to see again what the golden hour over fields looks like. Don't think that I like that too much. So we're going to go ahead down to the portraits and see what kind of too light. And again, this is all personal preference. So if you have clients, you know, like if you're of a certain style, this is something you can do. Let's see. You know what? It kind of looks good right there. I like that distressed shadow. It's kind of a cool look. Let's see if we drop the exposure a little bit. Maybe up the contrast a tad. And again, the presets give you a pretty much like a. It gives you a huge. Like, how much time would it have taken you to do all this? Preset pretty much does it all for you, and then you just kind of tweak it a little bit. You don't have to, but you can. So that is how you do that, and little way to save you a lot of time in Lightroom. Now again, this is the pack I got from Tim's Photos. It has black and white, cityscapes, cloudy day, color shift. So like color shift, what would it do? Like the teal and orange. You know, and obviously each one's different, a little bit different, and depending on the lighting situation and what your preference is. And you know, there's been certain times where I've shot inside, and certain things don't look as good as other. And then you can add your favorites. I like mossy green when I'm like in the forest. In here, not here. Where is it? No. I think it's cloudy day. Green moss, cloudy day is one of my favorites. Like if I was coming to here and give you green moss, actually that looks perfect on there. So we're gonna actually switch that to green moss. Look at how the field just, the colors pop. So that is how you save yourself a ton of time in post-production when you use Lightroom. If you like this video, like the tutorial like this, I'd be happy to make more. I do a lot of hybrid shooting with my camera, so it's video / pictures, and I would love to dive more into this and talk about cropping, talk about all that. I'm not a professional photographer. I don't charge people to take pictures. I am a videographer, but ever since I got this new camera, I've really trying to step up my photography game, and I really enjoy it. So with that being said, like it, share it, subscribe. Citizen for Life. Peace, and you're welcome.